All right, here we go. Kicking off another big hour, another big day here, the Steve Gruber Show. Glad you're along for the conversation. God bless America. Look, we've got a lot going on, but we're here to protect you, fighting for you from the foxhole of freedom, protecting you with truth every single day. Don't miss a day ever. Three big things today. Number one, in a rare move that actually has some integrity, ABC News has tossed out the longtime hack and Trump hater Terry Moran for his online screed against President Trump and Stephen Miller. It's a good start. Number two, FBI Director Kash Patel has announced a major drug bust after feds confiscated enough fentanyl to kill almost 50 million Americans. Just another way China is trying to kill us. And number three, ICE loaded up a jet with over 100 illegals from China, shipped them out of the country, as it should be. In Omaha, Nebraska, an ICE raid yielded another 97 deportations. And in Los Angeles, the chaos continues. It's now spread to Chicago, New York, and Atlanta. Local cops, federal agents in L.A., along with national troops, protecting themselves and each other as violent rioters try to injure and kill them by hurling chunks of concrete, commercial-grade fireworks, and Molotov cocktails at them from any direction they can. But if you think the Trump administration is just going to cave into these thugs, these hoodlums, these rioters and the violence, well, you would be mistaken. This morning, I'm going to share voices from all angles in Los Angeles, give you feedback on what's happening and what's going to happen next. And we will look ahead to the planned nationwide protest coming up on Saturday called the No Kings Protest. Those potential powder kegs being organized and funded, keyword, by far-left groups planned for hundreds of cities and towns around the country as a counter to the military parade on Saturday in D.C. to commemorate the 250th anniversary of the United States Army, which is also Flag Day, which is also Donald Trump's birthday. So let's get started. And by the way, feel free to send comments. Go to stevegruber.com, send me comments. And I'm asking you today to also follow on X. There's a Patriot on there. I've got a video on there you have to see. A guy out there with his American flag saying, God bless America, God bless Trump. He's the only one standing there in Orange County, across the street from a bunch of these rioters. They're all screaming at him, attacking him. He's having no part of it. He's holding up the American flag. By the way, President Trump says the ICE operations that are being seen in Los Angeles will expand across, as I mentioned, I've seen video out of Chicago, D.C., New York, Atlanta, all thugs coming out. He says it will be expanded across the nation. Listen.
Mr. President, these protests obviously started in reaction to these large-scale ICE operations in Los Angeles. Should people expect to see similar operations in the rest of the country?
Yeah.
And will similar protests see similar response?
As you know, we're moving murderers out of our country that were put here by Biden or the auto pen. The auto pen really did. I mean, the people, whether it's Lisa Monaco or whoever operated the auto pen, these are criminals. The people are criminals that allowed these criminals into our country. And I don't think that Biden knew what the hell he was doing. I don't think he even knew about it. But when they opened up our borders for the whole world to come in, yeah, we're going to get them out. We're getting them out. We're starting to get acknowledgement from the courts that, as a system. They come in without courts and they go out, they want trials and everything else. I think that's starting to work out now. Judges are starting to see what a terrible situation it is. Many of those people that you saw on television last night are criminals that were allowed into our country by Biden, and they want to stay, and we don't want them. And they come from jails, and they come from mental institutions, and they come from all over the world, not just South America. And we're not going to let them stay. And this is the first, perhaps, of many, or perhaps, if we didn't attack this one very strongly, you'd have them all over the country. But I can inform the rest of the country that when they do it, if they do it, they're going to be met with equal or greater force than we met right here. We did a great job. The people, you, Christy, and Tom Holman, and all.
Yeah. If it happens around the country, they're going to come after you around the country. By the way, here's a little note that just popped up. Gregory Tony, he's the sheriff in Broward County, Florida. Yesterday, he announced that he would not be cooperating with ICE in any way. Shortly thereafter, the Florida Attorney General told him that he would face consequences and likely be removed from his job because that's Florida law. A couple of hours later, the sheriff announced that he will, in fact, be working with ICE. He folded faster than a lawn chair. Look, nobody's playing around anymore. Nobody's putting up with this crap anymore. We're not going to stand here while people are in the country illegally waving the Mexican flag and dumping on America. We're not. We're not going to watch it in Los Angeles or Chicago or Miami or anywhere. In New York City, Mayor Adams says he won't put up with it. He says he'll shut it down, which is what he was doing last night. They lost police cars. Oh, this is the target. They destroy police cars that are worth... Look, these police cars are like rolling crime labs, arsenals, medical centers. These cars are so sophisticated, they have all this computer equipment. And they have firearms, and they have emergency medical aid equipment. They're worth $150,000, maybe more, once they're all rigged out. And these fools are destroying them, dancing on them, breaking out the windshield, smashing the windows out, setting them on fire. No, sir, enough. Here's another fool. The superintendent of Los Angeles schools says he has instructed his school police officers to interfere with federal officers doing their jobs, taking illegal aliens into custody. He wants to openly defy them and interfere. Listen.
Who in their right mind would accept that reality? So I want to be reassuring to our community. Every single graduation site is a protected site. I have directed our own police force to redouble their efforts and establish perimeters of safety around graduation sites to intervene and interfere with any federal agency who may want to take action during these joyous times that we call graduation. Not on our watch.
Yeah, well, we'll see. How about one of the average protesters on the streets of L.A.? Just to get a taste of what's happening. How about an average protester on the streets of L.A.? Listen.
This is our city, and this was Mexico. You can't kick us out of the land that was ours. Donald Trump! Fascism! Let our people free! ¡Suelta nuestra gente!
What's the windblower for?
Just for the fucking tear gas to blow it back at those motherfuckers. If you have a fucking blower, bring it up! Push them back! We will not do 1992 again with your fucking tanks! I was 12 then! I'm 44 now! I will die for my fucking kids! And all of these young people are here are my fucking kids! Because I'm an LA native mom! These are my fucking children you're fighting! You! Major Bass, if you can hear me, expect me in your office on Monday for attacking my children!
If you could say something to Donald Trump right now, what would you say?
Donald Trump, you can suck my left nut, you can get out of my fucking drawer! You're just mad because Salma Hayek wouldn't give you the time of day, and because Claudia Sheinbaum make you look like a fucking loser!
I cannot for the life of me figure out how Democrats are not popular. Weird, isn't it? We'll have more. We're going to continue to listen to the voices of what's happening in the streets of Los Angeles right after this on the Steve Gruber Show. All right. Part of the program brought to you by my friends at Hillsdale College. Are you frustrated by gridlock in Washington, wondering why Congress can't get things done? There's a way to understand how we got here. What can be done about it? Hillsdale College presents a free online course, Congress, How It Worked, Why It Doesn't, taught by Hillsdale's own Dr. Kevin Porteous. This course reveals the original purpose of Congress, how the founders designed it to work, and why today's dysfunction is no accident. You'll explore key moments in American history, the role of partisanship, and how changes in rules, incentives, and culture have reshaped our legislature for better and sometimes for worse. The best part, it's free. Completely free. No tuition, no strings attached. You can join thousands of Americans like me who've taken this course to become informed, empowered citizens. I mean, you look at what's happening. Is there ever been a day that it's more important to understand how America works? And the answer is no. Enroll today, gruberforhillsdale.com. Start watching immediately. That's gruberforhillsdale.com. Look, there's more than 40 free courses. You can learn a lot, share with your friends, neighbors, kids, grandkids. It's all there for you. All right, so let's get back to where we were. I want to pick up with the conversation. These average, if you will, protesters who are tearing up Los Angeles, but soon they hope to tear up all sorts of cities all over America. That's right. They want to tear up cities all over America. They want to tear up Atlanta, New York, Chicago, Seattle. They're already tearing up Seattle, by the way. And so this is all getting underway in a big way on Saturday. And they're prepared for it. They, being the Trump administration and federal law enforcement. You want to bring it? Bring it, because America rejects this. I want them all out. I want them all out. That's where I am today, looking at it. I want you want to come here legally, do that. In the meantime, you're all out. Meanwhile, here's Dr. Phil. This is kind of a fun segment I found. Dr. Phil, Tom Homan, talking about the Mexican drug cartels that, in effect, are running much of this because they have giant money laundering operations in a variety of places. Here's an example in Los Angeles.
And retail outlet that you served warrants on, the belief is, and the evidence suggests, that this is a cartel-related business here in the United States, that this money, the $80 million that they are suspected of undervaluing, the double-digit millions in tariffs that they are suspected and will be charged with violations on, income tax evasion. You believe that all of that is benefiting an illegal cartel, a cartel in Mexico or Colombia. Do you know which cartel?
No, it's a larger investigation, and this company is one of many that we're searching and gathering evidence on the fact that much of the money in this industry is laundered to Colombia and Mexico in support of cartel activities. We also got tax evasion, and we also got customs fraud. And you know, ICE, big part of ICE responsibilities are customs laws, customs enforcement. So this is one business out of many we're looking at. So it's a part of a bigger investigation. And as we gather more evidence, then we'll decide what we want to criminally prosecute, you know, specifically for.
Now,
yeah. So they have these money laundering operations, right? And these ICE raids are happening in different places around the country, as they should. How about this? A meat packing company, Omaha, Nebraska, raided. Nearly 100 illegals get taken into custody to be processed and tossed out of the country. And here is the owner being asked about it, saying there is a problem. E-Verify, he says, is junk. He's not in any trouble. He said, I use E-Verify for everyone. They're all fake IDs. Listen.
So did you just leave the building?
Correct.
And do you work there?
Correct.
And what's your name and what's your title there?
My name is Terry Moran, and I'm the CEO and the owner.
Okay. So do you know about this in advance?
Of course not. It's a raid.
So how many people are being affected by this? You know?
97.
97 people? Have you been told what's going to happen to them?
Nobody knows.
So did they let
They're being screened right now.
Did they let you go in and talk to anybody or be a part of it at all?
Yes.
So what did you have to do? Just stand there and watch what was happening?
Yes.
And what did they say about your company? Are you under any charges because you had alien?
Absolutely not, because we e-verified 100% of all the employees. We've done that since the company started.
Yep. E-Verify 100% of the employees. Okay, so there's a question for you. E-Verify is supposed to, a system put together. Let me put that together. I got to look that up. I feel like it goes back to the Obama years. E-Verify, so you can tell if somebody is here legally or illegally. Can you hire them for a job? Are they allowed to have a job here? So on and so forth. Well, if E-Verify is not working or doesn't work, then how are you supposed to make sure that you're doing the right thing? Fair question, right? I mean, that's a very fair question. If it doesn't work, how do you protect America against illegals coming here, getting a job, setting up shop, so on and so forth? Look, Americans will do jobs. And so will green card holders that come here legally. Anyway, Donald Trump pulled no punches on the decay of L.A. Here's a comment he made yesterday.
Within the span of a few decades, Los Angeles has gone from being one of the cleanest, safest, and most beautiful cities on earth to being a trash heap with entire neighborhoods under the control of transnational gangs and criminal networks. It's horrible.
It's horrible. To a trash heap. All the cities in America under Democrat leadership are not what they were 25 years ago. Some are better. Many are worse. Most. I'll take a break. It's the Steve Gruber Show. Good to have you for the conversation.